What we will
Again,
do is
you know,
this.
instead
Mr.
of concentrating on the investigation, you're
Mr.
concentrating on the state
what
of
we
West
will do is
Bengal.
this. CBI submitted its status report to us of the investigation. You have also submitted a status report of the investigation. We will have a look at your report. We'll take it on the record. Let the investigation continue. There are two different things. CBI in respect of the actual death, and insofar as you are concerned, the vandalization which takes place the day after. So
And the future protest, Malaz, your lordships have to protect us for that. That future protest.
Protest?
how can
Protecting the state?
how can we protect this?
No, your lordships may, Malaz, SO, the standard operating procedure must follow. We will designate area, they can hold the protest, they can go there.
So why do we have to do all that? Your district magistrate.
Yeah, your lordships will only say, Malaz, because your lordships have said no peaceful protests should be interfered with, Malaz. Now, if they don't follow the standard operating procedure, don't tell us what the leader is. Malaz, what will happen is what your lordships have seen.
We have not for a moment said that the requisite provisions of law should not be complied.
That's fine. That should be clarified. That's all.
The only thing is that what we meant was that stop arresting people who are.
Yes, absolutely. Your lordship may just clarify that.
One more an additional small clarification.
We have never said that irrespective of the normal procedures for conducting
That's not
protests.
being done, Malaz. That's why I saw those audio clips, Malaz.
Right now, we will just say this. A status report has been submitted by the Central Bureau of Investigation. Likewise, a status report has been submitted on behalf of the police of the state of the investigation.
Kolkata police.
By the
Kolkata police.
By the Kolkata police. On behalf of the Kolkata police. Full stop. As already noted earlier, the investigation into the circumstances relating to the death of the postgraduate student at RG Kaur Medical College and Hospital is being conducted by the CBI. Full stop. The Kolkata police is looking into the investigation following the vandalization of the hospital after the protests of the after the protests at the site.
No, it was vandalism, not protest.
After the protests at the site.
Yes. Vandalism after the protest. Yes.
Full stop. Next. From the material which has been produced before the court, it appears that a request for conducting the polygraph test has been submitted. Of the accused has been submitted to the ACJM Sialda, which is stated to be under process. Full stop. The ACJM Sialda shall pass orders on the application no later than by 5 p.m. on 23 August 2024. Full stop. During the course of the hearing, a number of counsel have appeared on behalf of diverse stakeholders, including the associations representing the resident doctors. Full stop.
And other doctors,
Resident doctors and other doctors. Full stop. Among others. Full stop. The council who have intervened in these proceedings, together with the parties for whom they have intervened, are set out below. ये पूरा statement ले लीजिए. In the previous order of this court, while constituting a national task force, this court had specifically clarified that the NTF should engage with diverse stakeholders. Full stop. Consequently, we hope and trust that the NTF shall hear the representatives of diverse stakeholders so as to enable it to have inputs from all those who are likely to be affected by the process which has been initiated by this court and who have a vital stake in maintaining safety and well-being of the doctors and other medical professionals in their workplaces. In their workplaces.
I have to say something.
In their workplaces.
I keep it.
We have not said no. We have not not said, we have said all stakeholders. During the course, during the course of the hearing, Learned Council have placed some additional suggestions which may be taken into account by the committee, including bracket 1, the installation of distress call systems, the institutionalization of distress call systems, semicolon, bracket 2, regulation of duty hours, comma, and 3, the lodgement of and 3, the constitution of a compensation distress fund. Next, the above suggestions would, it is needless to note, be considered by the National Task Force, whose remit has been couched in broad terms by this court. But stop. It is undoubted that the views of diverse stakeholders would be taken into account by the task force before its final recommendations are made. Full stop. To facilitate the filing of suggestions before the National Task Force, we direct the Secretary in the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare of the Union Government to open a specific portal on which, on the website of the ministry, on which associations, or as the case may be, different stakeholders can submit their suggestions for consideration before the committee. Full stop. Mr. Kapil Sibal, Learned Council appearing on behalf of the State of West Bengal, the Kolkata Police, submits that this court may clarify, submits that while this court has permitted peaceful protests, the order should not be misconstrued to mean that the authorities are precluded from exercising their regulatory powers in accordance with law. This court has not injuncted the state from exercising such lawful authority, powers as are entrusted in terms of the law. However, we categorically reaffirm that peaceful protests shall not be disturbed, nor shall peaceful protests shall not be disturbed or disrupted, and the state shall not take any action against those who are protesting against the who are peacefully protesting.
That's correct.
Against the incident which took place at Agricor Medical College.
Manoj, maybe just one more time.
Hold on. Allow me. Whether your lordships may take my affidavit on record. Yeah, take on record. And Malas, two things. We have filed the status report, but the pen drive is not being taken, which has the videos. Malas, that pen drive may be taken on record.
My lords, with regard
Yeah, in extras.
One thing.
One second.
Should we keep it after a week for the next status report to be filed before us? Because we just like to.
That's fine, Malas. But the pen drive may be taken because they are the annexures, Malas. Yes, deeply obliged.
my lords,
Just
with
give it with
regard,
the pen drive.
Karuna, this is.
Malas, and also, let me finish. Let me-
we'll finish the.
Protest in demand of the new award.
Where?
Well, let me just finish this. Malas, my timeline, Malas, on the events.
Lord, only one request I have to make.
1 second, hold on, please. Let me make my.
Yeah, of course.
Malas, the timelines. Court master, just take that.
Lord, the request is this.
Timeline.
Lord, request is this, my lord.
In view of the fact that this court has taken measures to ensure the institutionalization of the concerns of the medical professions in terms of the previous order dated so and so, it is only to be expected that the doctors would now return to work. Full stop. Pending the submission of the report to the National Task Force, all state governments and union territories shall ensure that wherever the need arises in terms of the exigencies of work, the state shall be alert to any any apprehended violations of a breach of
Circle to Search, now on Galaxy A55 and Galaxy A35 5G.
Of course, it can be. I
Status
remain confident.
Investigation is pending, Malad. How can the status report be shared? That cannot.
But one aspect may be considered.
Yes, his status report is not shared.
States
the CISF has been deployed at
Yes, Malad. Yes, Malad.
एक और वो भी लिख लीजिए. The Solicitor General states that in compliance with the orders of this court, the CISF has been deployed at Cord Medical College and Hospital so as to ensure the safety of
Just one small submission.
all other medical professionals.
My lords had said in the morning an additional line, my lords, with regard to protecting our doctors from backlash. They will, of course, rejoin. But my lords, and they have never suspended emergency services. But my lords, there is a concern, already a backlash.
Ms. Nandi, there's no question of only doing emergency services. In a place like, say, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, people take appointments 2 years in advance. If doctors are not available on duty for a day, that means that person loses a slot which was booked 2 years in advance.
Absolutely, my lords. And during lunch, we spoke to our doctors, and this is what has been said, and this is what has absolutely been agreed to. My lords, just the backlash, though, there is the health department and the medical council, we are being told that the action is being taken against our doctors. These are under control of the West Bengal government who are protesting, the protesting doctors. In addition, private and public
Look, what you do
harassment is happening from the
taking it
police.
next week.
Yes, my lords.
Once the doctors get back to work,
Yes.
please come back to us and tell us.
Lordships, may I just point out,
Come back, my lords.
Lordship,
Malad,
Lordships, there is an
Can I
order.
record this in the order?
An apprehension has been expressed on behalf of the doctors, stating that that they are likely to be, or some of them are already being proceeded against.
Not to interrupt, in Delhi, there is FIR registered against us.
Right,
Already.
for the protests which took place in the past. Full stop. We are expecting compliance with the assurance which is now given to the court that the doctors would join normal duties. Full stop. In the meantime, if any adverse action has been taken against any protesting doctor for protests which have been carried out prior to the date of disorder, no coercive steps shall be taken on the basis of any action.
Lordships, there is an order
one
of, there is an
concern,
order of a college in Ujjain where my learned
But
friend
nothing hereafter, because now after
Not-
this order, everybody must
This-
fight.
Yes, ma'am.
threat-
one-
doctors have been told
Threatened for contempt.
not even to go on a token strike. My learned friend wants.
I just received a,
Look, I'll tell you one thing, get back to work now. If any doctor is proceeded against for a protest which took place in the past, we have already said no coercive action will be taken.
this is for the future, actually. We are saying
Right.
that we cannot go for the token
But
protest
you-
as well.
No, but future now you must come back to duty.
The problem is
Can
that
we
if we,
say,
if
can we
we,
say as judges that we'll stand outside the Supreme Court? No,
Yes,
because
we seek permission from the
justice and medicine can't go on strike.
yeah,
Everybody has to come back.
to the proper measure, it should be done.
Lordship,
And
another
that's for the
aspect.
contempt.
Malad, just
Lordship, another aspect.
one second.
Look, first,
Strip.
first, establish before us next time that everybody has come back to work. Once we are satisfied that everybody has come back to work, please rest assured, we'll make sure that no adverse action is taken. What happened in the past.
Malad, the other
One
thing is,
aspect-
your lordships have taken now the status report on record and a separate affidavit on record. Now, Malad, the only thing is, and this is a request from everybody, that Malad's normalcy should try and be, Malad, the people should not take advantage of the situation. Normalcy should return, Malad, and we are
Yes, yes,
investigating
stop
in
vandalism.
their hands now.
Normal.
Responsible is in their hands now, the investigation.
Vandalism is stopped,
So
everything
These
will
kind
be
of
normal.
statements,
Therefore, we have requested the doctors to come back to work.
yeah, no statements, Malad,
The
that are being made
investigation
of the
is going
nature.
on.
Lordship.
The investigation is going on. We are assessing the status reports which are being filed in the course of the investigation. I think now, for the family, there's no question of normalcy because the family is deeply
Correct,
affected.
correct.
But insofar as the community is concerned, including the community of doctors, we have to return back to our
Absolutely.
duty.
And the statements and the, you know, the
Lord, just
the
one
statements
sentence.
made of the nature that we have placed before you.
I appear for the
Lord,
resident
I-
doctors
Only a
association
minute,
of.
my lord, let me let this thought, my lord. Lord, we are not against, my lord, and nobody should make any statement.
That's correct.
We have a statement of a sitting minister of the state of West Bengal saying that, no, not all, there's something very serious. That if anybody talks anything against our leader, his fingers will be chopped off.
Well, then I will read the leader of the opposition statement.
Go into it. Nobody should speak.
Bullets will be fired. Bullets will be fired is what he said.
What we would also expect,
Yes.
please don't politicize. these
Exactly, exactly.
So
My
Bindu has
learned
said
friend
bullets will be
started with
fired.
this, my lord,
Across
therefore
the
I.
political spectrum.
Yes.
Parties have to realize, don't politicize.
That's right.
Exactly, my lord,
Deeply
exactly.
No,
Mr.
no,
The law
Sibal
will take its
started by
course.
saying.
Yes.
The law will take its course, and we are ensuring that the law does take its course after a quick and efficient
Deeply
investigation.
obliged. Deeply obliged.
Second, we are also concerned about the welfare and safety of doctors for the future. We want to institutionalize this.
That's right.
Yes.
We are not just going to lay down guidelines. We are going to pass an enforceable direction that the recommendations of the task force will be implemented by the state governments by hospitals under the
Deeply
authority of the union government.
My Lord,
Lordship,
Lord,
there is
by
a
my
possibility of.
interruption, I prevented a political dialogue by giving this instance.
mine is not, just 10 seconds. My Lord. We are grateful. I appear for the Resident Doctors Association of AIMS Delhi. We are grateful. Lordship's taken so much. What has happened is we've taken a peaceful protest. I registered. I get the general secretary of the association. Now, as it is, emotions are running high. The office bearers are sensible. They're trying their best to convince the large body to get back to work. Now, these kind of FIRs, etc., sets back the process. Just tell them to hold their hands. Delhi police.
Why don't you do this? Ask the doctors at AIMS Delhi also to get back to work. Insofar as the FIR and other things are concerned, we are seized of it. When we are seized of it, nothing is going to happen.
We registered yesterday, my Lord. General Secretary accused
Now
in the
tell us
FIR.
one thing, since when have you been abstaining from duties? Tell us, how long is it back?
From the time the incident, for the last 7 days, 7
So
8 days.
the incident
Nine.
took place on the 9th,
Yes, my Lord.
right? Today we are now on the 22nd. Imagine 13 days doctors from the All India Institute of Medical Sciences don't go to work.
Absolutely. As an officer of the court, as lawyers, we've been talking to them after your lordship's taken so much cognizance.
Democracy-
We've told them.
democracy does not mean indiscipline.
I understand, but these FIRs aggravates me.
To work.
Lordship understands the 1,500 doctors, office bearers are sensible. They are trying.
Tell the doctors
Yes.
that once they get back to work, we'll put it to the director. The director is a member of our task force.
Yes, madam.
We put it to the director that all right, and we'll tell the police who are here before us. Nobody wants to pursue the doctors,
Yes, that's
right?
But what happens is,
Eventually they have to get back to work. That's it.
let them just hold their hands till the lordship is. The FIR registered for a peaceful protest, and after the last order, my lord.
But therefore, we have just said that no coercive steps will be
Yes.
taken, that we have already protected the doctors.
Yes,
But only
I understand.
now if they don't get back to work,
I understand. I completely will convey the sentiment.
May I just say, your lordship's
One submission, Lordship. One
Well,
submission, Lordship.
nobody should say acid bombs will be used, this should be done, bullets will be fired. It's all wrong, my lord.
well, God knows you have these kind of elements everywhere on all sides of the spectrum.
Exactly.
Now tell us, we don't know who has said that.
We've got the clips.
You have given that to us, but
Yes,
what is the
and the
idea?
leader of the opposition has done this, my
My
lord.
lord,
Leader of
I
the
am also
opposition.
getting, my lord, many things.
Quay home,
I-
there is a protective order. We can't lodge an FIR.
Responsible way of not placing it before the
Yes.
court.
Therefore,
It
we
is
have
to be
said
ignored,
that when we
not
said
to
that
be
peaceful
highlighted.
protesters will not be disturbed,
Yes.
that is equally subject to compliance with the
Yes,
other requirements.
deeply.
With intimation to the district magistrate.
Lordship, may I say one thing, Lordship? Lordship, because of two investigating agencies are investigating, the vandalism is being investigated by the police and other side is investigated by the CBI. Lordship, there is an apprehension that conflict will be there. Lordship, because vandalism.
Don't worry about it. We are here to resolve any
Consider
conflict.
that
What
as
is
the
here on the
concern
next
while assessing, Lordship, because it's good.
Media trial also must be banned. Media spreading rumors, it is insulting the victim, my lord. Kindly stop.
We've already passed that order.
It is alleged.
There's one.
CBI may not.
One more thing, if you stop filing all those publicity interest litigations that I come every day before this court, I think the media trial will stop. Constantly filing some PIL or the other before us. All right, we'll see.
Lordship, may I just finally say
One
that this
observation,
hearing
Your
has
Lordship.
provided a healing touch to the doctors. The doctors who
Yes.
felt they had nobody to vent their grievance with. Your lordships have heard it so patiently, and there's a sense of satisfaction among the doctors that they felt that they now feel that they've finally been heard. So we would just like
Yes,
to thank your
we
lordships.
thank.
Milord, your lordships,
When-
on behalf
Saprata, we have also said that today that the doctors would be heard by the committee. So
Yes, sir, we
I
agree.
must tell you,
clarified that as
Lord,
well.
I must tell you, Lordship, Lord,
structural
when,
change, my lords, we are.
Mr. Karan,
One
Ms.
suggestion,
Karan,
your lordship.
Lord, when the secretary, Lord, Health,
Yes.
Director General of Health Services came, they also shared this concern with that doctors are exposed to patients and patients' relatives, and their temper is also going high because doctors have their own duties, their own compulsions. The patients would expect something. So there is always a friction kind of a situation. So doctors are kind of more vulnerable. But this has really given a healing touch and an assurance coming from the highest court of the country that the highest court of the nation is looking after their interest.
Well,
So
there's
we
somebody,
really
thank you, Mr. Zalzala. Mr. Dr. Rajiv Joshi, I think, is on the line.
It's Dr. Rajiv Joshi from Medico Legal Society of India, sir.
Yes.
I represent a body of doctors which has got 70 lawyers and 120 members, doctors who have done LLB. So this is the association which has worked research for 5 years about the problems of violence against doctors. And you'll be surprised to know that you have mentioned there are 7 acts of 7 states. Actually, there are 21 states have different acts for violence against doctors.
Yes.
So that is first part. Second part is, in spite of having these acts, vandalism and the violence against doctors does not decrease because there is no deterrence. You can understand my statement that out of 1,381 accused people in Maharashtra from 2015 to 2020, only 4 have been convicted and rest have been given go by because of certain laws which help the doctors to help the accused to get away. Now that problem is to be sorted out by the legislation. What we seek from your honor is the protection of law and not only the protection, physical protection that is being offered by some. But only thing that they did was they amended the Epidemic Diseases Act, and it is now as the epidemic has, the act has, the truth of the act has gone by. So what I want to tell you is, out of these, I have filed a public interest litigation in Bombay High Court, and in 2020 we filed a public interest litigation. And as you formed a committee of various doctors, the Bombay High Court Chief Justice formed a committee of people from Maharashtra state, and the committee had 3 meetings, and the meetings have been concluded in a statement which says that the Maharashtra 2010 Act has to be amended. Now, I will read the statement of the Honorable Advocate General of Maharashtra State, which is reproduced in the order of the court, and you will realize what is happening about it. We have further, the court says that we have further been informed in the course of hearing today that the appropriate authority of the government has discussions with the petitioner, and a draft of amendments required to be incorporated in the Maharashtra Medical Services Act has been prepared. However, Mr. Kumbhakoni submits that he has himself pursued the draft and found that the same to be clumsy. He therefore submits that the government ought to be given liberty to considering whether to introduce a new legislation or to amend the act, for which he has time. This order of the court is dated 13th of July 2021, Your Honor. More than 3 years and 1 month has passed after this order. The Maharashtra state government has not done anything about the report of the committee. Therefore, it is necessary to ensure that the recommendations that your National Task Force will give will have to be implemented on the ground. The other statement which I would like to make is we had filed intervention application in Kerala Private Hospital Association versus State of Kerala, and in this case, on the court, Kerala High Court.
Before your Dr. Joshi, your PIL is pending before the Bombay High Court, but we are not leaving it at that. Once the report is submitted by the task force, as you rightly said, the next step would be the implementation of the recommendation.
Yeah, now, please hear me out for 2 more minutes, Your Honor. The Kerala,
You can assist us at that stage on what steps should be taken to implement the report of the task force. We require
that is one part. Second part, I'll give you.
what's happening in Maharashtra, Kerala, because that's not really going to carry this matter any further.
Please give me 2 more minutes. The Kerala, we filed the application Kerala High Court, and the Kerala High Court passed an order of golden hour of filing FIR. Your Honor, please give me 1 more minute. The Kerala High Court passed an order of 1 golden hour for filing FIR, which is similar to golden hour doctors use to treat patients of stroke or cardiac arrest, so that the patient doesn't die or come with permanent disability. Now, this FIR was to be filed within 1 hour, and I have filed 5 instances of this order being come down by 75 to 80%. Subsequently, will be aware of the brutal.
Subject to
Your Lordship, there's only one.
Your Lordship, kindly take the note.
Just you can take that as a note, Dr. Joshi.
I'm in that.